Welcome back, survivors. One of the most interesting creatures here in ARK Survival Evolved in the new Genesis expansion is the Bloodstalker. These guys are amazingly agile, really quick on their feet, able to sling around, get to all kinds of places you've never been able to see on the map before, get way up in the treetops. They're not good fighters, but today we're going to check them out, show you guys what they're useful for, what they're good for, what they're not good for, and how to tame them. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, for starters, to tame a Bloodstalker, you're going to need a blood extraction syringe. You use this on yourself. You just put it in your inventory, in your or you can put it in your hotbar even, but use it in your inventory and just click on it to use it. It has a cooldown timer about 5 seconds, and every time you use it, you get a blood bag, right? These blood bags spoil pretty quickly, like 30 minutes in your inventory, so I try to keep them in my refrigerator until I'm ready to go out and tame. And this is the taming food. This is what the Bloodstalkers like to eat, is these blood bags. Naturally, they are a Bloodstalker, right? So while I'm doing this, if you notice, my health is dropping over here. I'm gradually losing health as this is going. Every time you use this blood extraction syringe, you're losing a bit of health. So, you know, every once in a while I'll pop a medical brew to get some health back. And I'm going to try and get, I don't know, it may take, depends on your server settings. If you're playing on official servers, the higher level ones are going to take 100 blood bags or more to tame. If you're playing on a server like we've got set up here, it's probably going to take, on the high level ones, like level 80, 90, 100, it takes about 25 or to 30 blood bags each. So I'm going to save up a bunch of these, probably try and get about 80 or 90 of these, go out, and I'll show you guys where I've been finding them. Alright, I'm pretty close to where my base is right now, but if you look at the map here, where I've been finding all these Bloodstalkers is at about 75, give or take a little bit, but that's where I've run into them the most. Somewhere in the area of the 70 to 80 quadrant, you know, 70 to 80. In that ballpark is where I've been finding them, that square below where I'm at right now. So you can see the quadrant I'm in right now. The one below me, that is where I find all the Bloodstalkers in that one concentrated area. So I'm going to head over there. A couple of the other things you might want to take, of course I've got the blood bags. I need to put them into my Spino's inventory here. A couple of the other things you may want to take with you, some food obviously for healing, a couple of cryopods to capture them with, because I'm not going to want to walk them back or my Spino back, so I'm going to take a couple of cryopods, a basic weapon. You don't have to carry great armor. This is not my best armor. I've got some really good stuff from the drops. A bug repellent for the bugs that are flying around. You can hear one right now that's annoying me, and a couple of parachutes, and I'll show you why, because well, it's good to carry parachutes in the bog all the time now because of the Bloodstalkers, because what they do is they grab you, they snatch you off of your mount. They can pull you off of any mount that I've found so far, except for another Bloodstalker. They can't pull you off of a Bloodstalker. They can pull you off of pretty much everything else, and when they do, they pull you into the air, and if you manage to struggle and get away, you're gonna fall. If you're really high up in the air, you're gonna take fall damage, so carrying a few parachutes is a good idea. Let's see, we got a little ways to go. Let's go see if we can find a Bloodstalker. All right, I'm close to the area where I usually run into them here. In this ballpark, you know, like I said, this quadrant that I'm in right now is where I usually run into a lot of them. And they'll be up in these trees, and they'll snatch me up off of my mountain, usually. I don't know, maybe they can't snatch me off of Spinos. Maybe I just haven't found one yet. But once I get close to this area, I go ahead and grab the blood bags, put them on my inventory. I made a few extra because they are going to, you know, a few of them are going to spoil in this process. But somewhere around 75, give or take a little bit, is where I always run into them. I'm going to keep heading in this direction right here and kind of towards those trees, because it seems like I always get pulled up into the trees is where I always run into them. So, but then I've been pulled off of several different mounts already. Maybe they cannot pull you off the Spino. The only thing I've noticed they cannot pull me off of, or I've never been pulled off, is an actual Bloodstalker. They've never pulled me off of a Bloodstalker. Maybe they can't. Maybe I've just been lucky, like I'm doing with this Spino right now. Actually, let me just hop off and see. Okay, no, nothing's grabbing me, so there's none in the area. If there was one anywhere near here, it would just snatch me up right now. Let's keep looking. Oddly enough, this one is on the ground, so it's not going to try and snatch me off my mount when they're on the ground like that. Now, I don't think it's going to fight a Spino. I haven't found anything that will actually attack a Spino, yeah. Nothing else in this map will, or at least in the bog portion of the map, will attack a Spino. I wonder what level that guy is. Let's see if we can get him to grab us. Level 10. It's really low, so this one should be easy. You can wait till it grabs you to do this, but you basically have to have these blood packs in the last slot of your hotbar. This will probably be an easy one to show you guys how this works. Let me set... I should probably set my Spino to passive so that he doesn't go and kill him. And make sure there's nothing else around here going to interfere with his tame. And I'll give you guys a quick little demo, because this is level 10, so this one should be really easy here. Let me hop off, set my behavior to passive. Let's see if we can get one to grab us on the ground. I've never had one grab me while I was on the ground before, but this should be interesting. Yep, grabbed me. All right. So it says attack to struggle and escape. Now normally they'd be snatching you up into the trees like this, but it's eating the blood bags in that 0 slot. So this is a level 10, so it's to tame really, really quickly. But even the higher level ones tame pretty fast. On these low level ones, you probably don't even need blood bags. They just suck your health out if you don't have any blood bags on you. They just drain your health until you die. This is level 10. We did actually manage to get one. This is not a high level one at all, but let me show you guys a little bit about what they can do. They can snatch up smaller creatures. If you click the left mouse click, you've got a smaller creature highlighted like that, and you get that purple circle over it. You hit the left mouse button, and it throws a web at it, grabs it, pulls it towards you, and starts to drink its blood. This is how they regenerate their health. It can do it fairly quickly too. It can regenerate its health fairly quickly. This one is a really low level one, Bloodstalker, so he's not going to be able to kill this guy quickly at all. Unfortunately, you cannot move while he is doing this. You can get off of the Bloodstalker and maybe help it out by fighting a little bit, pull out your weapon and attack it, but you cannot. The Bloodstalker itself cannot move while it is doing that that blood suck maneuver. They do have ridiculously high jump, and as you guys have seen, they're really fun swinging around. Let me see if I can find a higher level one just for fun, so we have something a little bit better. And this is so the sweet spot. Where are the Bloodstalkers snatching me up off of my mount? They're usually up in those trees, right in this area. Oh, there they are. You see them? You can see them hanging upside down. There's 3 of them. Here, let me see if I can get my telescope here. You can see them a little better. Level 16, hanging upside down off that tree limb. Alright, there's 2 more right there. I can't see what level they are. They're too far away, so I need to see if I can get over in that area and show you guys how they just snatch you off your mount. It's really, really annoying. And this is the longest I've been in this area and not been pulled off of my mount. Maybe they can't pull me off of a Spino. This will be an interesting discovery if that turns out to be the case. Let me get a little bit closer, see if they can just snatch me up off of here. I should at least be able to... Oh, the tree's in the way. Okay, I can still see them. Maybe they can't pull me off the Spino. They have a really long range, though. Like, I feel like maybe they're just too high, but I kind of feel like they should be able to snatch me up right now. Let me clear some of these trees out of the way, get a better look. Oh yeah, I've been pulled up that high before. Maybe they can't pull you off of a Spino or the big dinos. Let me see, let me hop off of him and see. I definitely feel like that guy. Yep, there he goes. Alright, so we could pull out a weapon right now and escape. Try and escape. You can attack this webbing that's got us. And we would probably be able to escape, and we would fall. Good thing we've got a parachute. So this is the level 16, I think. But we'll tame it. What the heck? If it sucks, it sucks. If it's a good... this is the level 16 one. Alright, so yeah, apparently you can't be snatched off of the bigger dinosaurs. That's good to know. I've been pulled off of all my frogs. Every time I'm in this area, I get snatched off of one. Now, the nice thing is once he is tamed, he grabs us, so we don't fall. Just in case I've got my parachute, but he should be holding on to us still once... yeah, there we go. And we're still in the same spot. So now, if I want to try and get those other ones, I need to see what level they are. I'm kind of disoriented now as to where I was at. My Spino fell down, so I'm not even sure where he's at. He's down there at the bottom. There he is. He's highlighted in green. Your friendly creatures are highlighted in green. Enemies are highlighted in that red. So the other 2 should be over Yeah, there they are. Okay, there's the limb they're on. Let me see if I can see what level they are. I'm upside down, so this is gonna be really weird trying to figure this out, and the camera's spinning around. They should have been able to pull me off of there. Let me climb up here and see. These things can stick to surfaces. They do have a regular attack. It's not with the mouse button, though. It's with the C button on your keyboard. I'm not sure what it is on the consoles. With the C button, you can swing and does this attack here. But everything else is done with the mouse. All his mouse attack, or all his swings, web slings, Spider-Man style stuff is all done with the mouse. Level 5 and level 3. Alright, they're even worse. So level 16 is the best one I found today, but that's fine. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to grab my Spino, put him in a Pokeball here, a little Cryo Ball. They take no fall damage, so that's nice, right? These guys take no fall damage. And they actually, oh, I should have showed you. They actually have this neat thing. Oh, I got snatched off of it. Look at that. That's a first. Oh, I was too slow with the stupid parachute there. I got pulled off and escaped. Okay, we need to get out of this area before you get grabbed again. I was going to show you guys one other thing they can do. They can glide, but now that I'm in this area, they're just going to keep pulling me off my mount. I've never been pulled off of a Bloodstalker before, so that's good to know. I can be pulled off of Bloodstalkers. Maybe I've just been lucky. But it doesn't seem that they can pull you off Spinos. You notice once I got off the Spino, he could pull me off. So it may just be like the size of the creature they can't pull you off of, that sort of thing. Let me get off here, put the Spinosaurus into a Cryo Ball. Alright, real quick, wanted to show you the glide ability here while I'm way up in the air. If you hold the control key, they have this controlled descent, and they glide through the air. They just slowly descend. You can't really steer them that as I've been able to find, I can't steer them at all. But it can give you like some time to line up a shot or something for your next web shot and get to the next area here. But other than that, they're great for mobility, but they're not a great fighter. They have a relatively low attack, base attack, so they're, you know, pretty low on attacks. Not a great fighter at all, but they are useful for swinging around. It doesn't seem to use much stamina at all out here. It's a little tricky to get used to their controls, I'll admit that. But once you get up here in the treetops, you'll notice there's some interesting resources. There are some crystals up here a lot of times. You'll find some other big flat areas up in the trees. There's a beehive right there, actually. So there are all kinds of neat little things up here in the treetops that you can only get to because you can't ride any flyers. You can only get to them with these Bloodstalkers. So that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Hope you found it informative. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.